Welcome back to the lunch table, food for thought. I'm Nico Blitz. Make sure you hit that subscribe button at the bottom left-hand corner. We're also on Apple Podcasts, SoundCloud, YouTube, and the iHeartRadio app if you don't want to see my face for an hour. Yeah? Cool. My next guest, I want to give a huge shout-out to the homegirl Mayila. She was on the podcast just recently. She has this song out called Receipts, and the feature on there, she is also a phenomenal singer. From Sacramento, California, but you could find her over here in SoCal. She has a song called Shoes Up right now. She goes by the name of Allyn.
Yeah, you said it.
You know?
Yeah, you did.
Yeah, well, I had to write it down. I put UHLYN.
Nah, that was cool. You did good. You did good.
Because you might, I'm sure you get hella people just mispronouncing your name like Allyn or, you know
Allyn,
what I mean? Allyn.
Yeah.
What's been like the worst butchered name for you?
I think the worst one was just probably Allyn because like I be looking at people like, damn, you would think my parents gonna name me a boy name, but I mean, it's cool though.
Yeah, no, it's all good.
Yeah.
I love the way your name is spelled though because I was kind of looking at it like all in.
Yeah, people say that a lot too. Like I don't know how you guys see that. But yeah, everyone tells me, they be like, are you all in? I'm like, okay.
Yeah, because then I had like a whole set of questions if your name was actually pronounced all in. I was like, I wonder what you do whenever you
all
play poker
in.
and all that. Yeah, I always go all in type of shit.
Nah.
But, so you're from Sacramento.
Yeah, born and raised.
Born and raised.
Mm-hmm.
How long were you out there for?
I've lived in Sacramento my whole life, and then when I turned 17, graduated from high school, I moved out here to go to college. I recently just graduated from Cal State Northridge last year, 2018.
Yeah, I saw that. I had to scroll through your Instagram all the way down. I was like, oh, she's a Northridge cat.
Yeah,
that's hella close.
Yeah, so after that, I moved out here, and that's when I really started diving into music because I did music my whole life. In Sacramento, I was in like all the like orchestras, symphonies.
Really?
I was like real super band geek. And then I was in gospel choir. I was really musical. So then when I was time to go to college, I applied to CSUN to be in their symphony. So that's really what got me in.
Wow.
And so
that's so crazy. So growing up, you said you were in like orchestras, even like gospel. Were you primarily singing, or were you like playing other instruments too?
So I've been playing violin since I was 3, piano since I was 5.
Damn.
And growing up, I was like in every orchestra symphony, and I was one of the only females, the youngest one, only person of color. And, I'll be playing my violin, and, then I go to church, and I went to Shiloh Baptist Church in Oak Park in Sacramento, and I'll be in the gospel choir and, just singing my little heart away.
Yeah, and it seemed like you're kind of like a Swiss Army knife in the sense you could kind of do everything.
Except dance.
Except dance?
I can't dance like that. I ain't got no rhythm. Like, I dance, but, like, I can't do no choreography.
You can't even pronounce choreography.
I can't do no choreography like that. Like, one of my homegirls, she's a super dope dancer, and I'm trying to, like, learn from her, but, like, I can't do it by myself. I could hit, like, a mean 2-step, though. But
yeah. I mean, sometimes that's all you really need, though. Just to kind of get your groove on.
Yeah. Well, let me say, I'm not going to say I can't do it. I'm just haven't mastered it yet.
Gotcha. Because I was about to say, like, Northern California, and I think it bled over to Sacramento, too. Like, the Bay Area had, like, turf dancing and whatnot, and I'm pretty sure it bled over to Sacramento.
Oh, definitely. I was going dumb. You could catch a couple videos of me somewhere in the archive going dumb. Yeah, for sure.
Braids swinging around everywhere.
Yeah, facts.
It's funny, like that saying, like, shake your dread. So I never had this, like, man bun growing up. Like, I've literally been growing this since, I don't know, April 2018, I believe. And so as soon as it grown out and I, like, braided my hair for the first time, like, I was over here just like, this is everything I wanted to do since I was a kid. Period. Just feeling yourself. So seeing as how you were so musically inclined, did you have a musically inclined family too?
Nah, nobody in my family does music. Like my mom, she's from Memphis, so like my whole family.
Walking in Memphis.
So my whole family, like they really they love music, but they weren't actually like playing any instruments. So my grandfather, he always put me up on a lot of jazz, classical music. My mom, she loved R&B. I grew up listening to a lot of Aaliyah, Mary J. Blige, Erykah Badu. Just, a lot of different things. And then my dad, he's from India, So my dad is like, that's a whole different type of vibe.
Oh, wow.
So, yeah.
So, wait, what's your ethnic background?
I'm Black and Indian.
That's tight.
Yeah, so, I got the henna.
Okay, see, because then, I noticed the henna as soon as you walked in, and I'm like, cool. Like, I wonder if she kind of just got that just because, but then, like, I mean... are you like deeply rooted into like your Indian side? Or do you have like knowledge on that side?
Yeah, definitely. I'm actually going to my cousin's wedding tomorrow. I'm going back to the Bay for that.
Ooh.
So that's why I got my henna going on.
So I seen have you seen this Netflix show? Oh, God, I forgot what it's called. Like Sixth Sense or something. Sense8.
Nah, what's that?
Okay, so then Sense8 is basically it's a group of 8 individuals across the world who can basically feel what each other's feeling at the exact same time. So there's like a white person, there's a black person, there's like an Asian person, and there's also like an Indian person. So when they were shooting in India, it was this man and this woman who were getting married, and they just had like the craziest wedding. I'm talking about there were hella people around there. There were elephants. There were, there was like the whole nine. Sure. Like, have you been to a wedding like that before?
I've been to a few like that, but not with the elephants. But yeah, I've been to a few.
But something kind of like that.
Yeah, for sure. Indian culture is super like festive. So, they have all the flowers and all decorations. It's a lot different than an American wedding, It's very festive. So, it's a dope little thing. They got
Is there like a specific outfit that the women have to wear?
Well, they have different styles, but I'm gonna wear a sari. It's kind of like a 2-piece outfit or like a long gown, and it has like this thing called dupatta, and it's like a little scarf that you like,
kind of just like throw on.
Yeah. It's but yeah, they have little styles of things that you wear, but
yeah, no, that's pretty cool. Normally, because like I don't get I guess too many people of like an Indian ethnic background in here, so I'm like completely interested in that.
Yeah, no, I don't know too many people that are Indian that are singer-songwriters either, at least right now. Either. Yeah, I haven't met any out here. I know they out there, but I haven't met any out here though.
Have you heard of Yuna? No?
Yuna.
You need to check out
Yes, I
Yuna.
have. Yeah, I have.
I don't think Yuna is Indian per se, but she's of like some sort of Asian descent.
I think it was like Filipino.
Something like that. I don't know.
I don't remember.
I'm like super, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
It's kind of cool because whenever you get these two cultures like blended into one, I feel like your ear is a lot more different than the regular person. Because then you probably you said you grew up with like gospel and whatnot, but then you probably also grew up with
Bollywood.
Bollywood.
Yeah, for sure. I always that's one of my main goals. Later on in life, I want to be in a Bollywood movie, but
no, yeah, that'll be cool. So, what's your favorite Indian food?
Curry, samosa, tandoori chicken. These little cracker things called papadums are so great, and you put it with this green chutney that I like. Oh, so bomb.
Papadums, is that kind of like what, pork rinds or?
Nah, it's kind of like a cracker. It's just like a cracker, but it's not like pork rinds. Indians don't really eat pork. Yeah. It's okay, but yeah.
So then, you're growing up with music all your life, and then you end up moving down here to SoCal, to Cal State Northridge, and you said you were pursuing music over there too? Yeah,
so I was in the symphony over there at Northridge, and I majored in music industry studies, and I minored in Pan-Africana studies. So, being in LA was always like a dream, and, being from Sacramento, NorCal, we don't really have, just the fancy house in the hills and all the palm trees, and you could go outside and see your favorite artist. It was so dope to me. So I'm like, okay, I have to get to LA. So once I got to LA, I'm like, okay, now what? So I started interning at the studio called Harvey Mason Media.
Okay.
And I met so many amazing, dope people over there, and that's what kind of got my foot in the door in a way, because I met so many songwriters and Grammy Award-winning producers, and it was just
Who were you meeting?
Amazing. I met so many people. I met so at the time they were filming Straight Outta Compton. Damn. So I met Ice Cube. I saw them record some of the stuff. I met Tyrese a few times. I just saw like a lot of people going in and out the studio.
Yeah.
And it was amazing. Like Harvey Mason, Damon Thomas, they're amazing producers, produced a lot of dope stuff. So just seeing them work, really inspired me in a lot of ways. So then, I was like, okay, let me try to be a songwriter. So I was writing, sending in sessions, and that was super fun too. And I still do that to this day. I still songwrite for other people. And then, eventually I was like, okay, I want to be an artist just because I feel like there's so much more that I have to offer than just kind of writing for other people.
Yeah.
So that's where I was really, kind of evolving with that. And then also being in college, playing my instruments, I had this thing with the union going on in LA, and I would play for different movies and TV shows. So that was like another way I was getting into that.
What kind of movies or which movies and TV shows?
I did a few like short films. I did some shows on CBS and just like little stuff like that. So, you can hear me.
Little stuff like that. You know how big CBS is? That's tight.
Yeah. So, but yeah, it was cool. Like just being able to have that experience. And, it was such a blessing because it's like I was just this regular girl from Sacramento and I'm around like so many dope people and dope opportunities and just kind of like fell into my life.
Well, yeah, because I've had a couple people like from Sacramento hop on this podcast, and it's kind of like this universal agreement that there's not really too much to do in Sacramento.
Oh, nah, definitely not.
Like, because I've been there a couple times and I've only been to like Old Town Sacramento, wherever like there's like this crab shack looking ass thing.
Joe's Crab Shack.
Yeah, Joe's Crab Shack. I've been over there, but
spot.
you know what I mean? Other than that, I'm just like, I'm not sure what else there is to do in this city. So, I mean, for you to be from Sacramento to move out here and then immediately be in the rooms with like Ice Cube and like do everything else that you've been doing, like that must have been just like a crazy like 180 for you.
Yeah, it was crazy. And it's like, I moved out here so young. I was only 17. So, fast forward a few years, like I've been around so many other things. Now I'm just like still like, it's all like a dream, and I'm super blessed and grateful to have met people and worked with people and just been around situations. Because in Sacramento, there really ain't too much going on. But I hope to change that one day. Like, I definitely want to go back and, start more things.
What?
And,
thank you for saying that. That's
you got to come back to the city and show love, because it's just like people in Sacramento, there's so much talent there. But sometimes, even I had this thing, like, I didn't know if I was going to get out of that, because you're so comfortable in this space that, you don't know what's outside of Sacramento. So I definitely want to go back and, just show people, there is stuff outside and you can do it, because I didn't think I could do it, but I'm doing it.
Yeah, 100%. And I think right now, I know for a fact, Saweetie's from Sacramento.
Yeah, she's from Sac, too. She's doing her thing.
Yeah, she really is doing her thing. And I think, just seeing her being like that exemplification of somebody from Sacramento who's really making it big, like across the world, it must be inspiring for people like yourself, and also, people who are also from Sacramento.
Yeah, she went to Monterey Trails, and that was like right by my house. So it's like,
oh, word.
We kind of always saw her, I think she played volleyball too. So when I used to go to my friends' volleyball games, I would see her around. So it's like, growing up and seeing someone like her, and then fast forward some years and, you look at her now, it's like, that's dope, and it's super inspiring, and, she's amazing.
Yeah, there's a way to do it.
Yeah.
So, you said when you moved out here, you started off an internship. How did you get that?
Man, just knowing people, honestly, in Sacramento, I was very social, so I knew a lot of people. I knew a lot of people in the Bay, too.
Yeah.
And when yeah, the
always
Bay
gotta
Area.
Plug that.
And one of my homeboys, Derek, he was from the Bay, and he was interning, and he was telling me about there's a studio, and there's all these people that be coming in and out of there, and it's a great place to network and blah blah blah. And at the time, I didn't even really need my internship credits, because you need internship credits in college. I didn't even need them at the time, but I was like, you know what, I might as well just do it for fun, just to go.
Get some free experience,
Yeah, so I was like, okay, why not? So I was over here, actually right here in North Hollywood, and, that's where I first kind of got it, and I first went there, and I was just like, okay. And it was different, because it really threw me into the industry. It wasn't a classroom. It wasn't in a book. It was literally right there. Anybody that you wanted to meet or, talk to, they had access to. And it was amazing. And then, on top of that, I'm the only female. So it really, made me realize, okay, it really is a male-dominated industry. So me being in that environment really kind of forced me to be like, okay, I need to get on my game, because, it was only me. And literally everybody else was a male, and it was dope because it's like I had to, really kind of, be with the wolves in a way. I had to prove myself.
No, for sure. And, I'll definitely agree with you that it is.
Yeah.
It's probably, to me, it seems like at least 75% male in this industry.
Yeah.
But, for the successful women who I have seen in this industry, like, shout out to Mayila, of course.
Yeah,
shout out to this one girl also from the Bay. Her name is Lola Romero, and she's actually she engineered like Anderson Paak's Ventura and Oxnard.
That's what's
and
up.
To me, like having conversations with yourself and them two, it's kind of like I feel like women have to work that much more harder to stand out in this industry.
For sure, and it's hard because some men do look at women as sexual objects. So before they see the talent, they see, okay,
what do you look like?
What do you look like? So and me being only 17 coming out here, I was like, okay. I was so naive. I'm like, well, hi, I do music, and okay, where's your music at? Well, I don't really have any out yet, but and it's all I knew was that I loved music. I knew how to play 5 instruments. I could sing, I could write, and this is what I wanted to do. And I didn't know how I was gonna do it.
Yeah.
But I was just like, I'm gonna figure it out. And
who was the person that I guess really implemented you into the system? Like, for example, me being in radio for 3 years now, like, I have somebody like Bootleg Kev or DJ Head who are like, yo, like, these are the ins and outs of what actual radio is.
If I'm being honest, nobody.
Wow.
I think because it was really hard for me to get respect from people, and it was hard for me to really, like, put myself out there, especially being so young. I was a college student, so I was more focused on college at the time. And then I didn't have any music out. So it's like no one really was taking me seriously. Like, oh, who is this girl from Sacramento, college student, whatever. The main people that really put me in position was my parents. Like, my parents blessed me with so much. They sent me out here, took care of everything. I don't have no student loans or anything. And then, shout out to my mommy and my daddy. But, they really, like, was just, like, just go out there and do what you got to do and, figure it out. Because, they didn't really know nothing about music either. But they just, they raised me with a lot of amazing morals. And Sacramento, they, I'm real tough, being from Sac. So I'm a real hustler. So I'm like, okay, I'm going to go out here in L.A. I'm going to figure it out. So, no one really helped me. I just kind of learned and, I just really learned. And then being in school, I definitely learned a lot about the business, majoring in music business. And, I just kind of put myself on. It's what you got to do sometimes.
Hey, man, I respect that so much.
Yeah.
And especially for the fact that, I mean, for one, you had to figure everything out by yourself. But putting yourself in a position to go to music business school is another tough situation because a lot of artists enter this industry without knowing what the business is first. So that's how people get fucked over with deals or you know what I mean, like that type of shit happens. So what's the type of stuff that you were learning at music business school at CSUN?
I learned a lot about deals, business law, just a lot of things, but the technical terms, it was very informative, but it's like once you go out there, it's all about networking and relationships.
100%,
you know what I mean? There's so many things I learned just by meeting people and going to the studio and sitting in sessions and just watching people. And I was like, this really taught me more than what I learned in school. But, I still love school though. Like, it's amazing to say that I'm educated. I got my bachelor's at, 21 years old. So,
Damn.
Yeah.
Oh, shit. I got my BA at 24. You're killing me.
Nah, we all have our own paths, but it wasn't an option for me to go to LA without going to college. So my parents was like, you want to go to LA, you got to go to college. So made it happen.
So then your parents kind of did your parents accept the fact that you wanted to really be in this music industry?
Yeah, for sure. They're very supportive and, they saw the vision before anybody else did. My parents have always been my biggest supporters. My mom right now will go up to anybody and be like, oh, so do you like R&B music? Do you want to listen to my daughter? Like,
this is my daughter.
I have people DMing me all the time like, oh, your mom just came across me at my job and said to listen to you, and I actually really like it. So
yeah, right.
I'll be like, oh my God. Like, it's embarrassing, but then it's so cute because I'm like, dang, my mom really is my number one fan.
Yeah.
I appreciate her for that.
Sounds like your mom's your biggest promoter too.
Oh, for sure.
She's like, yo, I got the Spotify, the SoundCloud, the Apple Music links on
deck. For sure. She got it. So, shout out to my mommy. I love her. But,
yeah. I mean, it's really cool that your parents can also, I feel like your parents are very much like integrated in what you really want to do. Like everything that you got going on right now is such a blessing. And, I just want to tell you that in case you didn't already know.
Yeah, nah, I'm for sure blessed. And, I'm so blessed to have had, the help of people that did believe in me early and did support me, all my friends and family back home. And now, me having my project out, it just hit over 100,000 streams. So that was like, okay. It was crazy. Last time I went home, I had somebody come up to me like, oh, my God, are you Allyn? I was like, yeah. Because I'm still like, I'm not thinking about me being an artist. I'm like, who looking for me? What happened?
Yeah.
But yeah, it's super dope just to have people support from everywhere in different cities. And, especially that support in my city. Like, it's amazing feeling.
Do you feel like it's kind of like a time capsule whenever you go back home? Because, for instance, me being out here, like, I always feel like I'm running. And then by the time I go back home, like, it's like nothing ever changed. Yeah,
no. And that's the thing. Whenever I go back home, it gives me that sense of peace in a way. Because I'm like, I'm home. I'm in my house. I know where I'm at. Like, I go out here, I still don't know what streets I'm on. I still gotta look at my maps. I still gotta go on the Google Maps. Yeah, I still don't know where I'm at. And LA is so big that you learn something new every day. And that's dope. But it's always good to have that solid foundation. I feel like being from Sacramento definitely gave me that. Like, you grow up in the city, like, you go through a lot, you see a lot. So when you come out here, you're already ready. Mm-hmm. But,
I mean, you being in a place where there's kind of like nothing going on, right? And then moving out here just kind of on a whim. And, you also being the person who you are, I guess, what was the most difficult aspect of everything that you have going on right now?
The most difficult thing I would say was just doing it by myself. Like, I don't have a manager, no label, no budget, no crazy, famous friends, a famous boyfriend. Like, I don't got none of that. So
she's a famous boyfriend.
You know what I'm saying? No shade, but some females, they be getting put on by their boyfriends, and that's cool. Get it how you get it. But I don't have that. So
shout out Lori Harvey. Anyways.
But you gotta get it how you get it, and I respect it. But I'm just saying, I didn't have none of that to, kind of help me get further. I had to really just do it by myself, and
and you're still doing it by yourself.
Yeah, still doing it. And, that would be the most difficult part. But at the same time, it's like I don't have nobody breathing down my back. I don't got no one that I got to look over my shoulder I can't trust. And you know what I'm saying? But it's just all like a process. Mm-hmm. It's kind of a process with anything you do.
Yeah. So then what keeps you motivated to keep on taking a stab at it by yourself?
Because there's no other option. I've been doing this my whole life. Like, there's no other option. This is, that's it.
You just got to keep going.
Yeah. I mean, and the thing is, like, it's working.
Yeah.
Trust me, if it wasn't working, I wouldn't be doing it. But, yeah.
So what have you been doing for a minute? Because I'm looking on your Spotify, and even Choose Up was, like, what, back in, like, March or May?
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. So then what have you been doing, like, in between time?
So I'm working on my second EP called Needed. And that is about to come out probably in the next month or two. And I'm dropping my new single called Lonely, produced by Polyboy. That's coming out this month, actually.
Nice.
So, yeah.
Why Needed? So
my name, Allyn, it's also an acronym. It's All You Need. And that was the title of my first project. Yeah. So, it's the whole little brand.
I see you.
I'm All You Need. That's your girl. So Needed is kind of going on with that same kind of idea of that I'm all you need. And this Needed project is I'm trying to give people what I feel like they needed. I'm giving myself what I feel like I needed to hear. And just, I'm needed right now, so.
Well, what are some things that you feel like people need to hear?
Just something that's uplifting and that's just cool to vibe to. Not something that's promoting violence or sex to us. Like, there's nothing wrong with that, but if that's all we talk about, then it's just like, what else are we going to talk about?
Yeah,
like, we gotta talk about something else.
Yeah.
So I just want to give something a little bit different than the regular, you know what I mean?
I feel you, because I'm about to have somebody in here who talks about nothing but violence in his music, right?
But I'm saying, there's nothing wrong with it.
It's nothing wrong with it.
There's so much of that already.
Yeah.
And just, I feel the same way about Instagram. Like, if you look at my Instagram, I don't show my body as much as other women do, just because I feel like they already got that to the T.
Mm-hmm.
So let me not show everything. Let me just be cool. And that's also my personality. Like, I'm a real kind of like tomboy type of female, so I already don't be showing everything.
Oh, no, yeah, low key. Like, I'm looking on your IG and I'm seeing the way you dress. I'm like, damn, like, she got some sauce.
Oh, thank you. On the low, you know.
Speaking on your IG, I actually just saw you were at Beats One.
Yeah.
What's going on there?
You know, got some stuff cooking up over there. Had a dope little meeting with Apple Music, and you know, you gonna see.
You know, can't talk about everything.
Yeah.
Huh?
You know, and
but I had to ask at the very least, right?
Yeah, no, but you know, I think that type of thing too is super dope. That it's like I've been in positions where I'm having meetings with labels and meetings with Apple and just, you know, meetings with a lot of dope people, and it's like I did that by myself. And, you know, it's just, you know, by the grace of God and those people that believed in me over there. So it's like, shout out to them. But, you know.
No, and I really feel your energy first and foremost. Like, you just feel like a very free spirit who's also willing to get whatever she wants. And, like, seeing is how you're making these moves, and, like, we're seeing flashes of it on your IG and obviously in your music, too. Like, I think you'll be okay.
Yeah.
You'll be fine, Allyn.
I'm straight. I'm straight right now.
Allyn, where can everybody find you?
You can find me on IG, ALL_YN. You can find me on Twitter at Allyn_music. I just made my Twitter, so I need to, you know, get more active. Yeah, I got to get more active on Twitter. But yeah, so that's where you can find me. You could stream my music everywhere. Just type in Allyn, ALLYN. And yeah.
Well, check out that Needed album when it comes out, or Needed EP, actually.
Yeah.
You know, also check out Receipts with Mayila, and also her single that's out right now, Choose Up.
Yeah.
This is The Lunch Table, Food for Thought. I'm Nico Blitz. Shout out to my homegirl, Allyn. We out.
Yay!